What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm going to give you my ultimate virtual acquisitions sales guide today. I'm telling you right now, this is a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 acquisitions mini boot camp today, where I'm going to break down exactly how to close your sellers virtually over the phone, over a computer, anything you need to know about the entire process of closing your sellers in virtual wholesaling real estate. I'm excited today, guys. I'm going to share everything you need to know about how to become a king closer or a queen wholesaler in virtual acquisitions. We're going to break it all down today and show you how to close the sellers the right way for success. Before we do anything, before we break everything down, do me one huge favor and smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment below your questions, and of course, we're going to break down the stuff the gurus just won't tell you. We're going to break down my ultimate virtual acquisitions guide today. So without further ado, let's get it going. Let's get everyone excited, and it's wholesaling time. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up and get the guy go on. Time to wake up, bitch, get up. Get up, get up.
Guys, what is up? Zach Ginn here. We're going to be breaking down exactly my virtual wholesaling guide. I'm ready to go, guys. This is the stuff the gurus charge thousands of dollars, and I'm going to teach it absolutely for free today and break down the entire virtual wholesaling real estate process so you can know exactly the best way to get it. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. So without further ado, let's break down my virtual wholesaling acquisitions guide. Now, nothing too crazy here. We're just going to break down how to close your sellers over the phone. It's a tad of a different process than basically closing your sellers in person. A little bit different, but pretty much the nuts and bolts are pretty similar to a point. Use the same closing tactics. You just have to change your expectations a little bit to do it the right way. So let's kind of talk about, we're going to break down exactly how to go from a qualified seller to a signed contract and basically get the lowest price possible in virtual wholesaling real estate. That is basically the goal for today. Really remember, guys, when we're talking to our sellers, there's really 4 questions we have to ask ourselves and ask the sellers so we know what to say. This is the 4 pillars of wholesaling: motivation, condition, time frame, and price. We go over this basically all the time at freewholesaling.com, and that's kind of how we break it all down. Now, the conversation with the seller, it's a lot of people really overcomplicate things. Your conversation with a seller in virtual wholesaling is going to be more important because you're not really face-to-face. Body language isn't the biggest thing, which is, I guess, a big plus, but everyone thinks it's the biggest deal in the world. But really, it really comes down to tonality, speed. So tonality is the way the inflection in your voice when you're speaking to the seller, and then kind of the speed to a point. Speed's like how fast you're talking. You got to match the seller. Your posture to a point. If you're upright, you're going to sound a lot better. The timing of your words are going to be everything. Kind of when we talk about the closing lines here, it's going to help you out a lot here. The timing of the words are going to be important. The number one thing too, guys, don't blame your sellers regardless of what they say or think. I think that's one thing a lot of people really get overwhelmed with. If a seller says something mean to you, or they don't want to deal with you, or they don't want to deal with your cash offer, don't get upset at it. I mean, it's like fishing to a point. Sometimes you just don't catch fish, when you're at a spot and you go to another spot. It's like, baseball. Someone's throwing a pitch, you can swing on it, you don't. The last thing here in virtual wholesaling, a lot of sellers are going to bring up oh, Mr. Johnston, he's trying to buy my house too, and he said this, and that. Whatever. Guys, never attack or talk bad about your competition, regardless of what they say. And if your seller's asking, I would never talk bad. We're here to buy it. We're ready to go. So let me talk about some secrets to virtual wholesaling success. You must have a belief, guys. A belief is the mental acceptance of a statement in which you hold true. You guys have to believe in yourself, believe that you can actually give a cash offer to the seller, and believe that you and your partner can buy the property cash. When you do not have the belief that you can do this, you will not succeed in this business. You must have a belief in yourself that you can actually get it done and become successful. And most importantly, have a belief that you can actually buy this property for cash. So many people don't have this belief, and it's not good. So belief alone, although it's not enough to be great at sales, there's some other things too. All great salespeople, virtual wholesalers, acquisitions people, they must also have conviction. Conviction is an unwavering confidence in your belief. So your conviction will make up for your deficiencies. You have to have an unwavering confidence in your belief and the way that you can help someone out with you and your cash partner. This will be huge for your success. The person that cares the most about helping their sellers will be the buyer. I think this is one statement a lot of wholesalers out here, they know it, but they don't really implement it. And this is something I feel like a lot of virtual wholesalers, a lot of beginners in wholesaling real estate need to understand. But the more you care about the seller, the better chance you're going to get the deal. And pretty much the person who cares the most is going to help the seller out. If you care about the seller needs, you might offer him more. Might not be the best, biggest, baddest price, but it'll get you the deal. And that's sort of the point here. We want to help the sellers out. We want to help them in this transaction. We want to help them out with everything. But like, if you really look at everything from like a macro perspective, it all comes down to helping the seller with what they want and bringing it all down. That's it. That's really how you break it all down. So the person that cares the most about helping the sellers will be the buyer. That's 101 of the acquisitions. Everyone, a lot of people clicked on this video today thinking it's going to be the super sexy Wolf of Wall Street closing negotiation stuff. It's not, guys. It's not sexy to say this, but it's true. Helping people out, having empathy, and just giving an unwavering belief in yourself that you can help somebody and give a cash offer to them is how you're successful in wholesaling. I don't care what your favorite guru or auntie, uncle got to say about it. The best way to get a deal right now is to find someone who wants to sell a house, provide them a solution of a cash offer, selling it to a cash buyer, rich landlord, house flipper for a huge payday, and just repeat the process. That's how you become successful, guys. That is how you become successful in acquisitions, and that's the best way out here. So let's kind of break these down. So you have to care more about the seller's interest than you do. I feel like that's another problem a lot of people have in wholesaling. They care about their fee, basically how much their money they're going to make over what helps the seller out. I've seen so many people walk away from deals because they want to make an extra 20K when they could have already made 15, 10K and just help the seller out. Always do the right thing too. That's one big thing I can always tell you. Sellers will actually connect with you, with your conviction, while confronting their own beliefs. That's another huge one too. So let's kind of talk about the virtual wholesaling appointment here, okay? So we basically had to agree to do a virtual appointment with the seller. Sometimes that virtual appointment, a lot of people think it's like an in-person appointment. That virtual appointment, it's sometimes a spur-of-the-moment decision to have that appointment or to get it done. You guys see me doing my lives where sometimes I'll just like get into the appointment like right there, just get the deal closed, get the seller price commitment, get a contract ready. One huge thing, like before we get into the closing, everything like that, you have to make sure all decision makers are at the property ready to go. And they're ready to make a decision on a yes or no on selling the house there. What I mean by all the decision makers, you got to make sure that if it's a wife, maybe the husband's there, everyone who actually has to sign the contract is there, or the people that all overall have to make that decision. A lot of people really get worked up on the concept of a virtual appointment. It's really not that complicated to a point. If you can actually go out here and say, hey, Mr. Seller, are you ready to make a yes or no decision on selling the property? Me and my partner are ready to buy it. That's it. Some common objections, when you're getting ready to do this process, like, okay, well, when you go to the house and go look at it with me. And that's when I get all the time. I was getting that kind of yesterday too on my Zillow for Sale by Owners, the live cold calls. And it's like, well, it's not really the way we do it. And you have to explain and bring those expectations up front with the seller if you want to close them virtually. So the way we do it is we actually get the paperwork already done. And then from there, we take pictures, and then we basically have my partner might come by and look at the house, and then we close on it. We just do it to save time, and it makes it a lot more efficient. That's pretty much it. Most people really overcomplicate the virtual appointment, but you really just got to set up really easy and you go from there. What is the goal of the appointment? This is where a lot of people get confused. Basically, the goal of the virtual wholesaling appointment here is getting a yes, which is obviously the biggest goal. When we are closing a virtual seller, when we're closing everything virtually, the biggest goal, the biggest, baddest, best one, the sexiest one out here is just getting that yes from that seller, right? We want to get a yes from the seller that, hey, I want to sell their house to you. Beautiful. That's the best one, right? We want to get that yes. Sometimes you don't get that, right? Another good one is no. A lot of people think no is really bad, but actually no is really good on virtual wholesaling appointment. Like either you want a yes or a no. If you get anything outside of a yes or no, it's bad. It is not a good real estate wholesaling deal. We don't like it. Not good. Most people, though, out here, they think no is the worst thing ever. No is not. Let me break down what the worst thing ever. And we've kind of gone over this before, but like a maybe. A maybe is hands down the worst possible outcome in a virtual wholesaling appointment. When you're just giving an offer to a seller, the worst possible outcome here is you get a maybe. Why is a maybe bad? A maybe is bad because it's going to create time, and time kills all deals. And that's not going to help with your success in wholesaling. Time kills all deals. So bring this from the top. If we get a yes, we get a deal. We get a no, we don't. You have to understand in virtual wholesaling, especially in wholesaling real estate, that if you go and talk to a seller and you get a yes, it's great. If you get a no, that's fine. Most people aren't good wholesaling sellers. Like most sellers who want to sell the property aren't good wholesaling deals. I think a lot of people overcomplicate that part. And it's absolutely true. Most of your deals are going to be no's. And if you understand that, and if all your deals are yeses, and you're not talking to enough sellers. Maybe's bad because you don't get that definite decision. And then you're always with the what if, and then you can never close them. You're stuck in follow-up. It's bad. So before we start that virtual appointment, remember, guys, you have to condition the seller. It's very important you condition the seller. So what's the condition the seller? It's making sure you get that yes or no decision, right? Condition the seller. You basically gotta say, hey, before I come to the property, before I look at the property, I just want to ask you a question. Before I actually go talk to you here, I don't want to waste your time or my time, and I'm very, very busy. I usually only come and look at the property once, or my partner comes twice. Before we kind of break down the numbers and everything here, are you ready to make a yes or no decision right now on selling the property? That's pretty much it. You do on the day of the appointment, but honestly, for virtual wholesaling, you have to just make sure they're ready for that yes or no decision. So once you condition them, then you can kind of get in the nitty gritty here. Before I set up a virtual appointment with the seller, before I actually get into the offer and everything, the one thing I really love doing is comping the property. I feel like before you actually give an offer, you need to comp the house and basically find the MAO. Now, what is the MAO? MAO stands for the max allowable offer. That is basically the most you can offer a seller overall. So if I know my max allowable offer is $200,000, that means a cash buyer most likely, doing my calculations, will offer me probably around $200,000 for the house. So it means if I lock it up for $190,000, that means I can sell it for $200,000 and make $10,000 in profit. Pretty good. Not bad. Not some bad moolah, right? That sounds pretty good. A lot of people don't understand this concept, but if you comp the properties and get the MAOs, it makes it so much easier. There's so much less stress on that virtual appointment because you know exactly what to offer the seller. Once you know exactly what to offer the seller, it just gets so much easier, guys. Hands down, it's just going to help you become as successful as possible. So how do you calculate MAO? I'm going to give you a quick crash course, nothing crazy. But this is basically the formula, ARV minus repairs times 70% if your ARV for that house is under $120,000. See it right there? That's it. Really not that complicated. If your ARV is under $120,000, it's ARV minus repairs multiplied by 70%. I don't care what any of your knuckleheads in the comments wants to fight me on this. This is what actually works, okay? That's it. If you don't like it, then run your own business. But this is how I do it. This is how I find a lot of successful wholesalers out here. Most people, they do it the wrong way, and then they always lock it up for over what it's worth, and then they never make a lot of money or their margins really suck. And this is how I came up with this formula, and it works. Now, if your ARV, this is rough stuff too. This is updated to this week, okay? This is what my dispo team, when you're dispoing deals with us, www.flipbook.com/JV. when you're sending us deal, like this is how we're comping it too. ARV minus repairs multiplied by 80% if the ARV is between 120,000 to 240,000. Remember, guys, like this right here, this is stuff you have to pay thousands of dollars to go see this information. Just FYI, this is the stuff. And I'm giving it out for free. So make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. But basically, that's it for that one. Now, if ARV is 240 to 300,000, we're roughly around 83% there. ARV minus repairs times 83%. And then basically, once you're over 400,000, you know, I like to keep it around 85%. And you know, ARV over it's about 300, 400, you know. And then basically when we get to like $1 million houses and stuff, like you can be in like 86, 87. Heck, you get a correct multiple on a commercial deal. It could be a 90, right? It all depends to a point on how much it is going to be. But yeah, a lot of people, it's crazy, but yeah. All right, let's see. All right, so that's basically the formula I'm saying it works the best. Most people really overcomplicate it, but like that's it. So let's talk about the virtual appointment. You know, it's a little different than the physical appointment. I'll be completely honest with you guys here. It's a tad different. You know, a lot of people, you want to look at it similar, but it's different to a point. I have a lot of so I think one really important thing you guys do is I actually have a lot of recorded conversations in freewholesaling.com and me locking up sellers. Even mailingmastery.com, I actually have things locked up there, virtual wholesaling. I actually have a video under the real deal section or my acquisition section in freewholesaling.com where I literally lock up a $75,000 deal, all virtual. Wasn't even dealing with, like, seriously, it was crazy. And then I lock up these deals all virtually. And it's kind of back in the day when I was doing all the acquisitions myself, but the stuff's tried and true and it still works today. So it's a little different. You know, the best advice I give to a newbie in virtual wholesaling, especially when it comes to their acquisitions, is you want to talk to the seller kind of like you're going to buy a car. And I think a lot of people get very confused the way I talk like that. A lot of people think it's very weird that I say that, but there's a method to my madness. So you want to talk like you're buying a car to a seller because a lot of people get very anxiety ridden when it comes to the acquisitions process, closing a seller, especially virtual. And if you really put the stress out of that, a lot of the overthinking in your head, you're going to do fine. So I know all of my analysis paralysis overthinkers out here. We all love you. We all love you. But I think one thing that can change a lot of the way you guys think is like buying a car. So most wholesalers out here, y'all have bought in cars before, right? Y'all have bought in a car most of the time. Like everyone in like analysis paralysis right now, right? And if you act like you're buying a car, right? What do you do when you buy a car? Hey, I'm looking to buy a car. Okay, well, what are you looking to do with it? I'm maybe driving it. I just want to buy it. Okay. Are you going to buy it cash? Or yeah, I'll buy it cash. Like, it's just when you're buying a car and you're talking to another person, you don't act like you're an auto mechanic who has decades of experience and you're the expert on it. Like, you guys don't act like that. You guys don't talk like that. That's crazy, insane talk, right? Like, y'all don't do that, right? So why would you do that with your seller and act like you're an expert on everything? When I go buy a car, this is a big pet peeve I have with like virtual wholesaling gurus type people. Like they do this all the time. They're like, I need to talk to my financing department in the company. We're a big hedge fund investment firm at blah, 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 blah. Stupid. Okay. Stupid. Bop you on the head for that. Okay. Guys, act like you're just a regular Joe buying a house. You can connect with a seller a lot more doing that. And we can just buy a car to say, hey, I'm looking to buy your car. I'm looking to buy your house. What do? Like, you test drive it a little, you bump it a couple times, a little test drive, like nothing crazy, right? And just, hey, why are you looking to sell the car? Is there something wrong with the car? Like what's going on? It just, so many people overcomplicate it. If you just act like you're buying a car to a point and have a conversation like that, you really don't have to, when you talk really simple with it, it's going to be fine. You have to also explain your intentions too. I think that's one thing that's a tad different than like regular wholesaling real estate, but like explain your intentions, who you are, basically who and your partner are, what you're looking to do, and it'll help you a lot more. So hey, Miss Seller, this is Zach. Me and my partner looking to buy the property cash. Sometimes like even the live calls I got yesterday, it's like, why are you looking to buy the cash? Well, I don't know. We could either buy this as a rental, we could either flip the house. I don't know what me and my partner do. Basically, when we kind of look at everything, we make our decision there. Sometimes we just close on it and then we make a decision from there. But if it's a price that works for us and works for you, we're good to go. That's as complicated as you have to make it of who you are. I see so many people saying, this is Zach with Zach Home Solutions and me and my hedge fund partners on the investment firm and we're blah, 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 blah. You guys try to act like y'all are big shots. Come on. Okay. I'm a little different. I could say I own hundreds of rentals and I own a lot of stuff that's giving me passive income and all this real estate, and you all can look me up. Like, I can say that with a seller, but I don't really run acquisitions too much anymore. My acquisitions people can say that because it's technically they work for me, but you guys can't really get that right now, which is fine. No big deal. But if you just say you and your partner, I mean, your partner has the funds, everything like that. And the next question here, it's like, Zach, what if somebody asks for a proof of funds? Am I screwed? Am I done? Oh my God. People honestly think that getting a proof of funds is like the greatest thing in the world. I never get asked for proof of funds. Never. You guys saw me go live 2 hours yesterday, cold calling. And then the hour like before that last week, I got all these people on price commitments doing live cold calling. Did I get asked once the last 4 hours of live cold calling I did this month? The last 4 hours, cold call for 4 hours. Did I get asked once? Let's do hundreds of hours you've seen me on this channel. Live cold calling, no, unscripted, unedited. Did I ever get asked for a proof of funds once? No, never did. Not weird? No? Like, guys, so many people think this proof of fund thing, you get asked a proof of funds when you don't have confidence. That's it. Oh, Zach, well, I get asked proof. You get asked proof of funds, Johnny, because you don't act confident when you talk to a seller. When I talk to my seller, I talk with pure conviction, pure confidence, and experience. Now, the experience part's kind of harder for a lot of you. I get it. But to a point that confidence comes from me knowing I have a cash partner there. Heck, I was in Oregon. Like, I was cold calling the Oregon thing yesterday. Like, I don't have as much cash buyers in Oregon, but I was confident I can have a buyer there. Ready? That's it, guys. Making this business so complicated, it only hurts you. This business doesn't work unless you work. You have to have that confidence in your soul that you can help a seller out, and it's going to help you big time. Big pro tip I want to break down for everyone here. But basically actively hinting to the seller, this is a big like sales tip I give to everyone, actively hinting in the conversation with the seller, saying things like, hey, when I buy the house, we're going to do a lot of work here. What's the rental here? What's the cap rate? You can get really advanced if you like really want to, but like just having those like little conversations with the seller, it's actually going to help a lot. Condition the seller, condition their minds that we are the buyer. We're here to help you out. We're ready to buy this thing cash. It's actually going to help a lot, guys. That's a big pro tip I give to you. Now, we're getting the conversation. We're talking to the seller. We're ready to go into the sales process. Like, hey, Mr. Seller, after looking at everything, me and my partner, we'd like to buy this house. How much are you looking to sell the property for? Or how much do you need to get rid of the property for? Like, how much do you need to sell it for? So these are the different type of closing tactics out here in wholesaling real estate. I think a lot of people overcomplicate it, like I've said before, but these are basically them. So like number one is the low ball. The low ball is personally not my favorite one, but it is a strategy that technically could work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of people get burned from this tactic because they don't know what they're doing more or less. But the low ball, you just low ball the seller. Like, hey, let's say the MAO is $200,000. Mr. Seller, would you take $130,000 for the house? No. And then the low ball never works really, because you don't really have a logic with it. I think that's a big problem I see a lot is like you don't add in the logic with the seller, and that's just it ain't gonna be good. So you want to add a different element. You can get that low ball. It's not my favorite. Good cop, bad cop's one that I've been teaching a lot lately, and it works really, really well. This is basically using your partner's leverage to get the lowest price possible on the deal. For example, Mr. Seller, I was talking to my partner Rick here, and he was looking at it, and I think he just texted me here. I think he wants to be around $140,000 on the house. Then you say that? Shut up. Don't say anything else. Guess what happens? You're going to see their reaction to that. And basically, their reaction to that is how you were going to react on it. 140 is a little low, Zach. I didn't offer 140. Hey, I did. That's what he was saying. He's cuckoo. He's cuckoo. He wants everything low. And then negotiate for what works for you. And then negotiate from there. That one's really good too. You can use like the $1 method too. So this is kind of the next one, the volley method too. So Rick's really good at this. This one works really well too. This is the king of cringe, the king of awkwardness. This is more or less the way to do it the right way. But what do I mean by it? What's the quote unquote volley method here? So the volley method is basically the method when you're talking to a seller and you kind of, it's like volleyball. You just volley it out. Volley it out. What do you mean by this, Zach? Well, let's break down. Let's have a live combo like this. Hey, Mr. Seller, I was looking at this. Seems like a good property. This seems like a nice one. Why are you looking to sell? And they blah, blah, blah. Explain to seller. We're getting in the conversation, we're looking to buy it. Mr. Seller, are you ready to make a decision on selling the property? Yes. So you can make a decision today on selling it. Okay. If we're buying this all cash and we close in 14 days, you can sell it because of, insert their motivation. What number works for you? Where just no nonsense. We buy cash. We're ready to go. Shut up. Let them say something. And this is when they say, I don't know, Zach. I don't know. I don't know how much this thing could possibly be worth. My favorite's when they say that because I know they're lying when they say that. Okay. Because they heard something in an Art of the Deal book or something. They don't say the price first, right? So basically how I kind of combat them with this is like, okay, Mr. Seller. So you have no idea how much the property's worth? No. Well, if you did know, what would it be? I don't know. I'm like, well, obviously we're coming here. You have a number in mind. Obviously you're not going to sell the property for nothing, right? You're not giving it out for free, but so what would work for you? I don't know. Well, in a perfect world, what would work for you? I don't know. What would work for you, Mr. Seller? I'm just curious about it. What's your offer, Zach? I'm just trying to gauge where you're at on this. You keep volleying. Usually when you volley 4 or 5 times, you're going to get the price from the seller. You can also do the other one, like the seller first method, where you just ask the seller what they want to sell first, kind of like I said before, except the seller does give you a price first. You can even use the dollar method. I actually like the dollar method. I think the dollar method actually works really, really well. What is the dollar bill method? You basically ask the seller. These are all different you can't use all of them at once, but you can kind of put them in your repertoire of virtual wholesaling acquisition. This is Mr. So you have no idea how much you want to sell the house for? No, I have no idea, Zach. Well, you got to do this with a laugh because I've kind of done this before. Some no nonsense people don't like this, but it works for a lot of people. Maybe you have some rapport with Mr. Seller. See, I'm laughing there. Mr. Seller, would you take $1 for the house? And just, you see how that little fake laugh? Because obviously I'm a world-class actor, but number 2 here is the reason I'm saying this is because they're not going to sell the house for $1. That's utterly comical. Makes no sense. Why would anyone do that, right? But he's not going to sell it for $1. But technically my offer here was $1, so they got to counter. If they say no, I'm going to sign the contract for $1, which obviously I won't do. But I wouldn't sell for $1. Well, that means you probably, what price? Not $1. Well, $2? No, not $2. $3? $4? What? $10,000? And you keep going up till it's $50,000. Okay, and then they're frustrated, but they just spit out their highest price or their lowest price they're willing to take, and then you kind of negotiate from there. Well, Rick is at 20. Can we meet the middle 30? Handshake, logic, boom, ready to go. A lot of sales kind of comes back in 3 steps. This is one thing. This is kind of scientific sales type method. I think the dollar bill method, of course, dollar bill, y'all, Wu-Tang, cream, cash rolls everything around me. But obviously I throw on the Wu-Tang shirt for the dollar bill method. Hopefully everyone can catch my drift on that one. I think some of the people know what I'm talking about. But what I can tell you with this method is all right. Let's pull the curtains down. Let's get serious here. You're talking to me one-on-one right now. Let me tell you something right now that costs thousands of dollars to learn that you won't even get at these huge guru bootcamp seminars I just give for free. No one in wholesaling ever talks about this when it comes to acquisitions. This is something I always tell my team. And this is the 3 stages of selling, especially in wholesaling real estate. There's 3 stages. I'm talking one-on-one. This is the stuff no one else talks about. Guru's going to steal this, but I don't care. There's 3 stages to selling. I read a lot of sales books. This is it. There's 3 stages to selling scientifically, psychologically, in people and human beings' brains. This is a quick tip that's made me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. The way you're selling your seller in virtual wholesaling can be completely wrong. There's 3 ways to sell a deal. Three stages. Number 1 is logic. Number 2 is fear. Number 1's emotion. Number 2 is logic. Number 3 is fear. That is the method of selling a virtual wholesaling deal. So number 1, emotion. Number 2, logic. Number 3, fear. It is in that process. So number 1, most people, first sales thing is emotion. You got to give them emotionally. Emotionally, get rid of the property, sell it. I want to get rid of the stress. That's where most sellers are, motivated sellers are. Number 2 here, logic. If you can't sell a seller on your cash offer with emotions, why they're not agreeing to sign right now is because of logic or fear. You got to go through the process. Most people are on emotion, so you got to sell off emotion first. If emotion's not working, you got to go on to logic. How do you sell in logic? This is the thing that most people in wholesaling can't grasp or can't understand. Some sellers are purely logical, and you can put emotions with it and get the deal sold. So how do you do this with logic? The meeting in the middle is the most logical way to sell a wholesaling real estate deal. So your logic could be really good for you and maybe not good for a seller. I mean, logic's kind of an opinion to a point. So if someone wants to sell at 50 and you want to buy it for 20, let's say the deal is a deal at $50,000 and the seller wants to sell for 50, and you could put whatever. If I say I want to buy this thing for 10, if you meet in the middle, you're at 30, you have the advantage on the deal, but you're meeting in the middle, quote unquote, because your offer is so low that you use logic, emotionally, like you logically sold the seller there. Beautiful. You met in the middle. You sold it on logic. Now, the last and most important part. If you can't sell someone on emotion, which is just getting rid of the property cash offer, or logic, you have to throw in the Hail Mary. Where's the Hail Mary? Where's the Kobe shot? What is it? This is fear. Now, fear is the one I probably close 5% of my sellers on. It is definitely an 80, I would probably say 80-10-5 split. I sell a lot of my deals. So 80% of the deals are pretty much emotion, 10% are on logic. 12, I'd say, 12% on logic, and then 3 to 5% on fear. And what is fear? Fear is basically like, okay, well, I can buy this thing for $40,000. $40,000 doesn't work for me. That's not logical to me, and I'm not emotional on it. Like they're saying the keywords on there. Well, you just go in fear. Well, you know what, Mr. Seller? You already said you're ready to make a yes or no decision, so I'm going to need an answer. I can give you an answer today. This is really when that fear comes in. Like, okay, well, me and my partner we're gonna call some other people about buying houses. We only have, let's say, $400,000 to buy and renovate a property, and I'm looking to buy this thing for $250,000. I gotta put my renovation. It's gonna cost me a lot of money. I'm gonna give you this offer. It is good for the next 12 hours. Okay, you need to call me by 10 a.m. tomorrow on a yes or no decision, or I'll probably just gonna buy another house by tomorrow. I have all these calls. I don't need to buy this house. You let me know. Or 24 hours or whatever. That installs fear. The only way to install fear is kind of make that ultimatum, put a time deadline. Sometimes the seller doesn't sell. It sucks, but it's true. Sometimes the seller just doesn't sell from that. Not good. Not my favorite, but that is a method out there. And it sucks when the seller says no to that, but that is the best way to close. So many people don't understand how that works, but in my personal opinion, that is the way to sell these deals. You either sell it through emotion, logic, or fear. No one ever talks about that, and I just don't care anymore. These gurus really drive me so crazy. That I just gotta destroy them. It's the only way I can do it. That is the only way. It's just funny. But seller first method is really good. Quick FYI, these are 2 words you should never say on your virtual wholesaling appointments. These are the word investor. Use the word cash buyer instead. Number 2 is contract. Don't say that word. Say paperwork instead. I'm telling you, you'll get a lot more better results. So here's the last part here. This is basically agreeing on the price and signing the contract. So what I mean by this. So basically make sure you agree on the price. So if you agree on a price with the seller for virtual wholesaling, you need to stay on the phone with that seller and have them and then you send over the agreement via an e-signing service. Let's see if you guys. I said stay on the phone until they sign. Okay, you stay on the phone. You do not get off that phone until they sign that contract. What is the number one issue I have in virtual wholesaling when people give me complaints? They say something bad in the group, in the mastermind group. That a lot of the complaints I get. Oh, I sent the contract and I never got it signed. Of course, dummy. If you give somebody a contract and they just read, they're just going to read it. They're going to overcomplicate it and they're going to have objections. Once somebody has an objection when they're reading that contract and you're not present, that unheard objection, that undone objection is going to be the biggest thing that's going to kill the deal. If there is an objection and you don't answer it, that deal is dead. And when someone's reading a contract by themselves and they have a question of what's an inspection period, this person's trying to screw me because no one's over doing their inspection period or no one's like answering that, overcoming that objection. Deal's dead. That's why a lot of deals die when you just send the contract over and you don't stay on the phone. That's why you need to stay on the phone with your sellers. Stay on the phone until they sign. Another big thing about that is like if you stay on the phone until they sign, they're kind of like annoyed. So one analogy I gotta tell you on this is like being a kid. So remember you're like 10 or 11 years old and you were in your room and you had a really messy room. I think most kids 10 or 11 had really messy rooms, right? What would you do if your mom came up to you during dinner or whatever and she said, Zach, you need to clean your room? I'll be like, okay. What are you gonna do as a 10, 11-year-old kid? Just one out one ear, out the other, right? And you're not gonna clean the room, right? Like, because you heard at dinner, it's nighttime, hang out with my friends, maybe playing Fortnite. I don't know what the kids do now, but you're gonna do that, right? Now, what are you gonna do instead? If you're eating dinner, you're going playing your video games in your room, and your mom goes in the room and she says, you need to clean up your room right now. Okay, that's a little more, and then she leaves. You might do it a little, but like you're not going to you might procrastinate and 50-50 at 10, 11. I think the parents who have 10, 11-year-olds understand that's how kids are most of the time, even me when I was 10, right? But if my mom came in, she said, you need to clean up your room right now or I'm not leaving. And now it's awkward. She brings in a chair. She's like, you're not leaving until, I'm not leaving this room until you're out. And like your friends are on the game and you want to play your video. I'm like, shoot, I want to eat dinner. I want to get out of here. If your mom's just staying in the room, this is awkward. Okay, I'm just cleaning the room to get you out of here. Same thing with the seller on the phone. If you stay on the phone, it's like, I got to get this guy off the phone. This is annoying. I got Pilates at 7:00. Guess what? You're going to just sign the contract so you don't have to deal with the guy on the phone breathing down your neck talking to you, right? And I think that's an interesting analogy, but it's the truest analogy for virtual wholesaling acquisitions. That is going to be the best way out here. I think a lot of people, they get stressed out over it. And they can answer the objections. It works really, really well. I think another thing you have to do also is you have to explain the process with the seller once they sign. So they got to sign the contract. Once they sign the contract, you have to bring over expectations with the seller and kind of the process so they understand what's going on. So what is this? So explain the entire process going forward with the seller once they sign the e-signing thing, dot loop, DocuSign, wherever, of how you and your partner might swing by the property. Definitely at least one of you are going to, for one more time, to look at the house. I promise you, Mr. Seller, it won't change the agreement. We're just going to look it over and maybe plan a renovation, see what we're going to do with a rental, flip, anything like that. And we're going to do it one more the day of the closing just to confirm the condition. Going forward, we're going to explain that process again. You and your partner. Here's a quick list of the process. Once you get a deal under contract for virtual wholesaling, this is what you're going to tell the seller, right? You and your partner are going to swing by the property one more time. Won't change anything on the property. We're going to look it over and plan our renovations. Number 2, somebody will come by and take pictures of the property. Probably my photographer. He just wants to go take pictures, make it all pretty. So if we're going to get renovations, I can give the pictures to them so they don't bother you, right? Last but not least, this is just for the seller. This doesn't even help anything, but this just makes the seller more at ease. We are going to send, so Mr. Seller, we're going to send the information over to the title company. We're going to grab it and we're going to give it to them as soon as possible. Just to understand, the title company is going to be calling you, asking you questions, information. You can call them too if you want. They're going to ask you things. This gets the seller excited, right? They're going to ask you some bank account information. So they want to know where they can send it, check, wire, anything. They want to just figure out how to get you paid. That's what the seller really cares about. So when you ask that you're going to come by and look at the house, that gets them upset. But if you kind of explain that we got to get your information to know how you get paid, they love it. They get excited, right? So it kind of, neutralizes that to a point. It's really fun. So that's basically it. That's my virtual acquisition sales system, more or less, of how I close these deals. I think if you just go out here and have a simple conversation and you try to help a seller out and you kind of say these lines the right way, you're gonna be successful. So many people overcomplicate this. If you just do that, you'll be good. So guys, that is my sales type system today. Let me know if you got any value from this. Let me know if, make sure you bring the $3,000 credit card to Guru Industries for me on that one. But yeah, I'm excited. So let me see any specific questions on this, and we might be able to start getting the one-on-ones. And yeah, what's up, guys? Hopefully everyone's doing a good thing. Having a great day today. All right. What's up, Kenny? How are you? How are you, Kenny? Let's see. Stoked for this one. Closed 3 virtual deals. Awesome. Awesome. Love it. Fred, what is up? Hey, Zach. This is Zach. I'm brand new. Been calling for sale by owner for the last week, and I've gotten 2 potential contracts. Fred's watching my lives. He's taking some action. I like it. And what appears to be good prices. Please help me. I tried to join the Facebook group. Yet to be in. I just let everyone in like 30 minutes ago, so it must have been new. Hop on here, ask the questions you got on here, but I appreciate you taking action, man. Love it. All right, let's see here. What's up? What's up? Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys. Love all the love here. This is great. Simple scales, fancy fails. Simplicity scales, complexity fails. I love all these quotes. What time? Usually it starts at like 5:05. I think we're a couple minutes late today, just trying to get all the stuff in order today. But yeah, what's up? What's up? Let's see. Wu-Tang, love it. Jesus, we are not live right now. This is all recorded, just FYI. No, we're live, guys. What's up? What's up, guys? Let's see other questions we got here. Hey, Michael, what's up? The W. Love it, love it, love it. Appreciate all the questions, comments, guys. So Tony's got a good one here. No. So after signing the contract, I get the photographer to take the picture, find a cash buyer, then the cash buyer also views the property. Yes. How you get access to the property if it's locked? Well, you usually have a runner, boots on the ground. Either that photographer can bring them through and just walk them to the house with the seller's permission, or you can have a realtor do it. Those are boots on the ground. It's all at freewholesaling.com. So let's break this down too. So guys, let's, if you want to talk to me one-on-one here, we're going to do some one-on-one calls like we do on Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, and then a little bit of Sundays and Mondays too on the Zach Ginn and the Rick Ginn YouTube channel. Basically, if you want to get the link to hop on, talk to me, all you got to do is go to Wholesaling Houses for Real. That is my Facebook group that for us, and that is where we all meet. That's all where we all hang out. So just go here to, I'll put my Twitch one on because we're live on Twitch. We have people watching me on Twitch, which I think is insane, but shout out to the Twitch viewers. You just basically go to www.flipbook.com/groups/Wholesaling Houses for Real. What to do that? You can literally just go on here. I'll show you right now. All you got to do is, here it is, Wholesaling Houses for Real, right? Just let all the people in. 59,000 members. Holy moly. That is a lot of people. Holy moly. 59,000 in the group. Going well, going good. We're getting like 6,000 a month hopping out, actually. I think a little more, right? How many we got? Yeah, about 6,000 a month, more or less. It's an insane amount of people hopping on. But like you click community home, we go here, right here, basically. So let me go back one more time to show you. Where is it? Hold on. Is this the thing? No. Shoot. All right, here it is. So basically an hour ago, shared this link. It's on featured on the top here, right? Shared a link, Zach Ginn, virtual acquisition sales system. You can watch it here. Join here, stream our link to hop on, talk to me one-on-one. So now when I get the 5 comments every single day, I always get, how do I hop on the lives? Or why are these people getting special treatment? Blah, 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 blah. Guys, you just got to go in the group and do it. That's it. That's basically it. So guys, I recommend everybody, if you want to get started in wholesaling real estate, check out below at freewholesaling.com and appreciate it. Also, just FYI for everyone, we are running hard on this too for the JV deals. If you have a JV deal, you want to send it, We got an insane amount, but we have the systems all set out for it. Just go to www.flipwithrick.com/JV with me, and you can send me your JV deals, and we can dispo them for you, and we can both make some money. So FYI, that is it. So let's kind of break down exactly all questions we got. So number one, we got Raymond. Raymond, what is up?
What's going on, Zach?
I'm blessed, man. Every day above ground's an amazing day.
Man, I'm back. So I'm back and I'm nervous. So I did some reverse driving for dollars this weekend, as you recommended last week. I've gotten a couple leads. I actually have one in particular that I could get under contract. The issue is she wants like a 5-day close.
Okay.
And I don't have a deal. I have not done any deals, so I don't have any sellers. I don't know how to work this. She was like, well, I mean, I might be willing to do like 15 days. I've run by and I've looked at the property myself, but like I'm not an inspector, so I don't even necessarily know like what I'm looking at. I do know that the numbers work very well.
Okay.
So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is like, is there a way to kind of navigate this 5-day close situation?
Dude, I've done, here's the thing, I've done over 1,000 wholesaling deals, trying to get 2,000. I doing thousands of deals and dealing with thousands of y'all's deals. The coolest part about it is it all kind of comes down to the same thing. Like, people ask the same objections, everything. So this is a common one I actually get. Oh, I need to close in 5 days. I have 2 responses to this, okay? And I think you know which one is probably going to be best for you. Number one, and I talk about this in the free wholesaling, but like not too much. This is why I love asking the questions, because this is a real example. Number one, I'll close in your deal in 5 days. Personally, me, I always say this. But you're going to have to be at this price, which is like stupid. Like I'm going to make like 90 grand, okay? Okay, I'll just close on that. Like if I'm going to make 90K, but like most people aren't willing to go that low.
Right.
Here's the problem, Mr. Seller. I'm just going to say it like I'm saying live. You know, like I'm just going stress, right? We can close in 5 days, but really it's most likely going to be at least 20 to 30 because we're going to have to run the title. You know, how long is the seller on the house, right? You're going to have to run the title. I have to get title insurance when I buy the house. That's it. And I'm paying the title fees. So they're going to probably be 20 to 30 days out. That's it. Right?
Okay.
And then my partner has to go buy it. Like, you know, he won't be available for like a week or 2, right? Because he's out, whatever. You know, that's the way it was explained. It's like, hey, I have to get title insurance on the property, and we have to set up everything like that, and then after my partner come by, we can do them around 30 days.
Okay.
That's it.
So here's the other piece. I guess I should have mentioned this first. So it's through a realtor. I don't think she's a licensed realtor though. I think she is an off-market, essentially a wholesaler. But she accidentally sent me something, and it looks like maybe she works through Open Door.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe as an independent contractor.
Oh, well, Open Door's got a lot like weird stuff going on. So they have Open Door contractors all the time. They're not realtors. You should ask the person.
Okay.
Once they lie, it's a bad thing.
Yeah, no, I think that's what I got from her is that she's a contractor. So that means nothing to me in this situation.
Not really. Is she the owner?
No, she's in direct contact with the owner. She's working on behalf of the owner. I really feel like
you're not talking to the owner?
No, I have not talked to the owner. I've only talked to her.
Well, that's red flag number 1. You need to talk to the owner. Why? Just say, I want to talk to the actual owner. I want to talk to the decision maker.
Okay.
Her name's Cheryl. Like Cheryl. Like, do you own the house? No, I want to talk to the person who owns the house.
Okay.
Are you a realtor? Are you listing it? How do you get in contact with her? Do you just text her or something?
No, I did. So this was a reverse driving for dollars lead. So I posted. She called me today.
Oh.
I ran over there. I met her on my lunch break today. She opened up the crib, let me go in, take photos, take video.
I mean, I think she might. Does she have it? You first of all, you need to check out if she has it under contract. She probably just went by the house to door knock or something. She saw it and she's pretending to be the owner. You need to be like, I'm not saying be a jerk, but like, if you are not the owner, then I don't want to talk to you. And if you're impersonating the owner, we're gonna have a problem. I don't like when people lie to me. That's one thing I do not play with. So if this person's not the owner, dude, you're wasting your time. I'm saying that nicely. Because all that rapport you're trying to build is just wasted.
Interesting.
She's trying to close in 5 days, and she's not even that stupid. Talk to the owner.
I mean, provided me with his name and information. I mean,
Do you have his phone number?
no.
All right. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to skip trace it, and we're going to try to call after this conversation's over. And
Okay.
you're going to try to call the owner.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
That's it.
Cool.
Good stuff, though. You're taking action, man. I love it.
We're gonna get this deal done.
Why are you saying you're nervous, though?
Just because, like, I'm so new and all the information like started running through my head 100 miles an hour. Like once something was put on the table that was actually like
Raymond,
felt realistic, you know.
how old's your baby?
He is 14 months.
How scared are you when you knew you're going to be a dad?
I was super afraid, but excited.
But guess what? No one knows when they start, like, right?
Right.
You just got to, like, you're a dad. And guess what? Like, it seems like you're a pretty good dad. You know, sometimes you got to figure out by just doing it, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. I'm not a dad, FYI, but, like, you know, right? You just got to do it, man. And that's the truth.
Okay. As far as I tried to log into Flip with Rick. I'm sorry, not Flip with Rick. We're free wholesaling. Is there something going on with the website right now?
No.
No. Interesting. All right.
Just make a login and then just click the login on it. So what's the problem with it?
So when I plug in my login information,
Yeah.
okay, hold on. Let me plug it in right now. So log in now. All right. And log into account. And then it takes me to this place and it says click funnels, learning platform, log into your account.
That's not it. So let me give you the link right here. Hold on. Oh, you have the private chat?
Yeah.
Just click that one. I'll try to log in too.
All right. Already a member, log in now. Log into account. Yeah, it does the same thing.
I'll just make a new account then.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. Hold on. I'm just gonna try it again. I'll try to make a fake account. Done. All right. Log in. Let me go look and I'll check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll talk to my guys on there. But yeah, just try it and try to log in again.
All right. No worries.
No worries. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. I'll message
All
you.
right. Have a good one.
You too.
Boom. Yeah. Let me know if the free wholesaling is working. Usually clear cache, it usually works. But yeah. All right. Raphael, what is up?
Hello there.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. Thank you. I'm just new to the issue. I'm just seeing what's up. I'm a real estate agent, and I'm just starting off in real estate, so I getting a little difficult for me on there, and I started to research about wholesaling, and I really love it. So I found you, and I'm just checking out.
Awesome. What market are you in?
I'm in California. I'm in LA.
Okay. Cool, man. What questions you got? How can I help you out?
I actually, I was thinking like when you get the contract signed with the seller, how do you find the investor
So, Raphael, I would recommend you go to freewholesaling.com.
Yeah.
That's my free wholesaling course,
Okay.
and that will kind of show you it to a point.
Okay.
There's a lot of ways. There's calling the for rents. You can technically like go on a PropStream or something like that and actually buy and get a list. Go on Facebook groups. There's multiple ways to do it.
Cool. Okay. Appreciate it.
No worries.
I'll get back to you.
All right. Any more questions?
That's it for now. I appreciate
All
it.
right. No worries. Appreciate it. Let me know, guys, if you can log into freewholesaling.com. I'll go check it out too, but I think it's working. It only has a thing on like, it was weird yesterday because I tried putting fake ones and they didn't work, but I made like fake ones on, I made real fake ones. Like I went to Gmail, made an account, and it worked too. So it's working for Diane. So just make sure it's working for you guys out here. I'll go see if it's working, but Hope's saying it's working. So we'll try to help Raymond out on that one. If it's not working on Raymond, I can give him another link to help him log on. But yeah, we'll be good to go on that one. So, alrighty, let's go to the next one here. We got Rebecca. Rebecca, how are you?
Hey, Zach, I'm doing good. Sorry.
No worries. How are you doing? How can I help you out?
Good. So, just a question. I've had like 2 or 3 contracts. They've fallen through, but I'm not giving up. I had a land contract that the guy wanted like 80,000 for the land, and I talked to a couple different investors, and they're not wanting to pay that amount. And it's in Houston. Do you know what a good land value is there, like per square foot, that I should be going off of?
Nope.
No. Okay.
No. Everywhere in Houston's different.
Okay. It's a
You're gonna
good
have to
market.
reverse wholesale.
Reverse. All right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to a cash buyer on that one.
That's what I did, and I think I've got a number that he's wanting. I just got to convince the guy to go down a little bit more. So that's my work
That's
cut
it.
out for me.
That's it. Most of the time, that's the answer. You know, it's usually the price is too high to a point of why cash buyers not wanting to buy it,
Yeah, and I
especially
understand.
Houston.
Yeah, building a house on top of that, and then I have to consider all that.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. Yesterday, I really wanted to say thanks for going live with the calling the FSBOs, because I've been doing that. I've been getting lots of rejections, but it gives me motivation to see that it's not just me.
No, I get the no's, but you've seen on a couple of last like 4-1s. Like I get some good leads on there too.
Yeah. I did hear you say, should I be calling also like for the rental ones as well?
The rentals?
Mm-hmm.
For cash buyers, yes, not
Just for
for
cash buyers,
sellers.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I can do that as well. Kind of going to spread my wings a little more than Houston area. Going to try looking different since I'm virtual. I can do everywhere.
I know you're in Alaska.
Yeah. So just gonna kick it hard. I just had surgery, so I told myself and gave myself a day to recover. Then tomorrow, hit it hard since I'm at home and I don't have to be at work.
I love it.
All right, Zach. Well, thanks for always being out there for us.
Of course, Rebecca. You got any questions? You let me know.
All right, thanks.
All right, have a great one. All righty. Next here we got Vince.
Zach.
Bro, Florida's getting hot, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. I
I was walking outside. I was like, I can't do this.
I don't know what's going on out here. How you doing?
So, man, how can I help you out?
Am I echoing? No, I was gonna put my headphones in.
I don't know. All right, I think it worked. I try it now.
Hello?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay, so yeah, man. Right now I'm dealing with a situation. I have a guy that's he wants to sell, right? So my thing is I'm trying to figure out his main motivation. From what he told me, or his main pain. What he told me is he's been a landlord for this property. He got 2 properties, and one of them, the one I'm trying to get, he has for 15 years. And basically, he's ready to sell. He doesn't want to put the repairs in it to put on the market. The ARV in the area is like 384.
Okay. It's 304.
384.
Okay.
It's a corner lot. It's a good property. He wants 310 for it, but I had one of my contractors that I work with in the area go check the property out, and of course, he gives a big estimate. He gave I think 40,000 of estimate repairs.
Okay.
Um, Basically a complete flip. And the guy, and I asked the guy, I'm like, hey, have you got any contractors that came and what was their estimates and things of that nature? He said, oh, well, they only said 10 to 15, and I'm like, okay, so if it's only 10 to 15,000 in repairs, why would
Bro,
you
that
just,
would do the roof. That
why
would
would
do
you, why would you just go ahead and put the work in and put it back on the market and just sell it? And he's like, oh, well, it's going to get done somehow soon. He keeps going. I'm like, and then he keeps saying, oh, I'm not distressed. I'm not in this distressed situation, so I don't want a low ball offer. And I'm like, well, no one's trying to lowball you. I'm just trying to figure out your situation. Like every time I try to get rapport build, it's like he brings this wall up. Oh, wait, I know where this is going. And I'm just like, bro, you want to sell a house or what's going like? So I'm trying to figure out from you, how would you attack this situation? How would you get this guy to logically realize,
Well, Vince, you remember you're watching the video, right? You're watching it live.
right?
What are the 3 stages?
Yeah,
That
emotion,
emotion,
logic,
and fear,
right?
right? So how do you do everything logically?
The number game.
The number game, meet in the middle, right? That's that, in my opinion, that's the best way to find a logic, right? Because the second way is you get the property appraised and then you buy it for that price, which won't work, right? So, right? Hey, I was talking to my partner Zach. This is Vince. He was looking at it. He was probably around 260,000. He told me. So I'm shutting up. I'm waiting to see what your reaction to that is. And then, hey, if he blows up, because he might. Hey, Zach's crazy. He always tries to buy everything for super cheap. He's cuckoo, right? Where are you at? Oh, I'm at 300. Let's meet in the middle. Okay. Right? I guess for the emotional people, I always love to see, I always love to do the close. Hey, let's cut to the chase. I'm not a sales type person. I'm just looking to buy the house. What works for you? No nonsense. If I buy it, it works. If I buy it, it doesn't. Those logic people are weird, because we're in Florida, right? A lot of New Yorkers here, they're all like that. So I'm really used to it where I'm at. Where I'm at, the Mets have their minor league teams, all the New Yorkers, they love moving here. So I'm used to it, man. Those sellers are to a point. You just got to use the number. It's all the numbers game with them.
Yeah. There's no rapport build.
There is some rapport, but it's just a lot harder.
Well, I know the guy. I know he's getting people that's talking to him. So he's picking up when I text him, call him. So I'm like, it's the reason he's dealing with me. And I'm like, hey. So at the end of the day, I know he's gotta have some kind of motivation. And my thing is, he won't give me a straight up answer. Just say I don't have the money to repair the house. He if you did, you would have done it already. You wouldn't even dealt with me in the first place. And that's my biggest thing is he won't accept that. He just, oh, well, I just wait a couple months and I'll figure it out. I'm like, well, in a couple months, the whole market could change. And yeah. So like I said, I definitely keep posting, man. I hope that works. That'd be great. But like I said, I do have my estimate report. I could give them the rundown and show them, hey, we got to fix this. I went through the property today, and yeah. So let's see how it goes.
That's right. Do you have it? Do you know what price he's looking to sell it at?
What I would want to sell it at?
Oh, him.
Yeah, he said 310. Remember?
Let's do the math here. What did you calculate the MAO to be?
For him, 290. Yeah. Well, after repairs, around 290, 280.
Yeah, I have 290. I have 292, and I was just trying to be generous on it. If you're at 292, he's at 310. So let's kind of do the math together here. Let's say you make 10K on this. So 282, you're making 10K, right? So 292 plus 270 divided by 2. So if you're at 281, which could make you 10K,
Mm.
you would have to be at 270, which unfortunately is about 40K off of what he's at right now, which is it's a steep hill to climb, bro. It's a steep hill. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, that's a steep hill. Usually the sellers at like 300, and then like I try to bring it down. And you're gonna have to try the 270. I feel like 270 is the only way it works. I mean, honestly, I would not. It's a tough one, man. I would say go in person and just close it. You know,
But that's the thing, Zach. He stays in New Smyrna. The property's in Seminole County.
oh,
like,
he's in
oh.
New Smyrna. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, oh, well, you know, because how I got in the house was like he gave me the code or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, let me know when you go come by the house. And it's funny though, I know he has been by the house or somebody been because one of my door hangers is inside the house. So I know
he might have
he
a buddy though.
Yeah,
Might
but
have
that's
a
what I'm saying. He doesn't want to like that's kind of like wall he's building up. Or I'm never there. You know, like you know what I'm saying. Like he don't. I don't want to even be around that property type deal. I'm like, then why you just want to sell it? He's like, you know, like I mean, of course he's want to sell it, but like just work with me if you're trying to get this done. That's what I'm just.
I mean, there's two plays here, right? You just lock it up for the lowest you possibly can, and you bring 50 cash buyers to the house. So you have the lockbox. Right. Unfortunately, he's gonna be rude, but you do have it's pretty good, man, because you can bring. I mean, you've sold some deals, right? Like you can just bring some cash buyers you've already dealt with, and they can give you a price. You could do this too, if you really want. Like you can bring a cash buyer that you really trust and know, probably ones you've already sold deals to.
Mm-hmm.
Walk through the house, give you a price. You know, Vince, I can buy this thing for $295.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now so negotiate, right?
Right.
Personally, me, I don't care what a cash buyer tells me. I'm just going to lock it up for the lowest price I possibly can. If it's 285, it's 280, 270, heck, 250. That's how I'm going to figure it out.
That's real.
So that's what I do.
That's what I was thinking, like 280. See if I can get them there and be like, hey.
I knew a tighter deal if I have the access to a lockbox. That helps so much. I usually get an extra 10% because I get extra buyers on there.
Yeah.
You play the game. If a seller's living in the house, you only have like two to three like walkthroughs.
People just come in the house.
You have 20, right? Mm-hmm. The only person that's going to complain is the neighbor.
That's real. And just to piggyback on what you said about I actually lost a deal, man, like a couple of weeks ago. Well, I lost 2 deals, and it was solely because it hurt me. It hurt my heart, man. I lost like it was at least 25K. The first deal, I was on the phone with the lady, and her mom was in the back. So obviously the lady needed her mom for confinance. It was a property that her grandmother gave her, and just for the people that when he's saying that don't get off the phone with the seller, you know, I was trying to lowball her, and then I came up a little bit, and I got to a number that worked for everybody. She verbally said, "Oh, that works." Her mom said that works. Where I messed up at is I hung the phone up. She called her fiance. Her fiance told her this, that, and the third, and then the deal didn't go through. And then another deal, I don't know how. I know why it was another guy. I got him at the number I needed. I sent over the contract. I didn't get off the phone with him, but this dude thought it was a scam. He was like a 50-year-old guy. He's like, "Oh well, you know, you're not gonna get over one on me. Who you think I am?" Hung on the phone up, blocked my number. like, dude, it goes hand in hand, huh?
Yesterday, when I talked to my sellers, I said and but, not because I said that so I didn't sound like a scam. I literally said that. How many like uhs and buts do you hear that are like very American, you know? I do that on purpose, right? So I sound like a real human being, not a robot, a VA or whatever, with my cold calling. Like, hey, I'm looking at a Zillow for sale by owner at it's VAs can't do that.
Okay.
I can do that. It makes me sound like I'm real. There's no scam artist, you know, from I don't know where that would do that and say that, right?
That's real.
So there's reasons why I say that. And when they sound like they're kind of scammed off at the beginning, I start doing that.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it, man.
Oh yeah. I say this stuff not so I feel good. I do it to help you because I wish I said that before, but like, dude, it's true. Stay on the phone, man.
Yeah, Yeah, man. It's expensive pain.
It is. You learned the lesson. You either heard it from me or you had to deal with it yourself. And unfortunately, you had to deal with it yourself. That's fine. It's fine. I can only tell you not to go put your foot on hot lava, but until you do it, then you're not going to do it anymore. Unfortunately, you had to do it. So,
for sure. All right, man. Thank you so much. All right.
Have a good one, man.
Yep. Take it.
Guys, when you hear me say something, I don't say it just to make myself feel good or like I'm here. Like I like myself talking. Actually, I hear myself talking sometimes in these videos. But you got to understand when I tell you, hey, this is a rule, condition the seller. When I tell you why you got to condition the seller is because if you don't condition the seller, you're going to lose the deal and they're going to be upset. The hot stove. Hey, don't put your hand on the hot stove. Hot stove on the hand. Okay, never again. Sometimes you guys got to deal with it. Drives me crazy, but I think that's one thing you got to understand. But yeah, I do put in the uhs and buts strategically. So it depends. Like when I get in like the selling, I don't do that at all. But like in the beginning, you're going to hear me say that on some of the live cold calls because Zillow 4 sub owners think I'm kind of a scam. VAs can't do that. And I did it. Like I said before, one thing I want to understand, guys, is like when I say before that it's your tonality and the way you say the words. It's very important when I was starting out. So yeah. Justice.
Oh, what's up, Zach? Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Awesome.
Not too much. How about you? I was actually, yeah.
I saw you on the one-on-ones backstage at the gym.
Oh, what
do you work out today?
Sick. All right. So hey, let me just run you through. So I've been doing this for about a week or so now.
Okay.
And I got pretty far on this house. So far as to send the seller contracts and to get it. So yeah, I'm having trouble with the seller basically, which this live stream that you did helped a lot, answered a lot of my questions that I had. I guess the main question I have right now is I'm using the contract that you have on your website. And I sent it to him to sign, and he came back at me and told me that he didn't want any inspection contingencies, which, I mean, I watched your video. You said that having that in there can avoid a lawsuit and stuff like that. And basically what I said to him.
Yeah, that's a
line
you can't cross.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I thought. Like that's why I said I just got off the phone with him a little while ago. I told him, I mean, that's just kind of the basic wholesaling contract. He's trying to come at me saying he's got all these people calling him. I know he doesn't. And like he's trying to really rush me and stuff. Just trying to kind of push me into a deal that I feel like it's common sense as I'm talking it out, but yeah, he's just kind of trying to push me into that. In your opinion, like, should I go through with that kind of a deal, or should I just move on to the next? Because I mean, I have a lot of leads. I've been calling and driving for dollars like all day, 24/7. Like, what do you think about that?
This is easy. So the inspection period is one of the easiest ones to get over. You're just new, so like you don't know how to overcome it. It's fine. Like once you figure it out, you don't forget it. The inspection period, more or less, is so you can get out of the contract for anything really. I like to keep the inspection period 30 to 45 days because I don't want to inspect it one day and then there's a hurricane on the house and then I'm stuck behind the ugly looking house, right? And it's ruined. It's very important you do that. So like, where do you live? Where are you doing your wholesaling from?
Cream City, Milwaukee. So like I live here. So I've been just trying to start local. I've been reaching out in Madison and Janesville, just because I have family out there that can work with me and stuff like that. Primarily Milwaukee.
Okay. I mean, sometimes if I'm not too familiar with it, but like in Milwaukee, sometimes if you don't like, I don't know, if there's too much snow on the roof and you don't deal with it, sometimes the roof gets severely damaged, right?
Oh yeah.
You can explain that like, hey, like during the winter, if I put a property under contract and you don't take care of the roof and the roof just caves in from the heavy snow, I'm gonna have to buy that house with that same price and now I'm screwed. I put these inspection periods because I don't know. I'm not responsible for the house between the day I buy it. So of course I have to have an inspection period in between there. That's always an excuse. I'm in Florida, so I say hurricanes. You know, a hurricane can hit 30 days and change everything. Same thing, more or less. That's the one thing I always say for that though. Dude, you're in a great market, man.
Yeah, he is absolutely not budging. He doesn't want any inspection period whatsoever. So like,
Okay.
I mean, if
Let's do it with the realtor.
okay,
No realtor will even do that either. No buyers,
Okay.
even when you put a property under contract, they actually need inspection periods to go assess the property.
mhm.
And so
which
that's
which
it.
leads me into another question. So, damn. Oh yeah. So would you consider a person the seller? The reason the dude was trying to sell his house is because he's trying to put an offer in on another house. Would you consider that a motivated seller or no?
Yeah, I've actually done
Yeah.
big deals like that too.
Okay.
I didn't
All right.
consider it until I started doing like $60,000 deals, and that was the only reason. But usually it's like a little farther away or something like that. Like I had I didn't release the vlog, $77,000 deal. Motivation, they just wanted to move to Georgia.
Okay.
How's
All
that?
right.
You know?
All right. And then I guess, I mean, you already answered. I was about to ask you a question about how to work down or like lowball a deal. But the thing where you said, start at $1 if they're really coming at you, that actually is like pretty smart. I like that.
Yeah.
And then
One thing I give to you too as a beginner, you're gonna get hit hard, like hard. This is your first week. Ready?
Yeah.
It's Justice, right?
Yeah.
All right. Justice, how much are you gonna offer to buy my house for right now? How much are you gonna buy for? Huh? What?
I mean,
Dude,
in
you're gonna
my
get that
my
all
dream,
the time.
yeah.
You have to know
Yeah.
what to
Yeah.
say.
No. Yeah. And I know, like, and I come from, like, I was a project manager, so I'm not like that much into sales. So I'm really learning a lot. And I mean, like I said, I just started this week, so I'm really just kind of jumping in there, and like learning as I go, because I mean that's more so how I learn. And like yeah, I've learned a lot just from not even actually going through with this deal, but just learning how people work and stuff like that. So
Yep.
yeah.
But, all
I
right.
got
So
one more.
someone asks you, I just want to tell you so you understand this. When someone says, it gives me very common, you're gonna get, how much are you gonna buy the offer? How much are you gonna offer the house for, Josh? Like they're just people are like that and they're rude.
Yeah.
I get this on the live. I always bring this up, and this is very important. Hey, Mr. Seller, I would love to go offer you right now on the house, but have you ever bought a car? Yes, I've bought a car before, or a boat, whatever. Have you test driven the car before you bought it? Yes, I did. Well, I need to do the same thing. Before I give an offer, I have to go look on the house.
Okay.
Catch 22. Because if someone doesn't want you to go look at the house, they're not motivated.
Yeah.
You're gonna get asked that, I promise you. You have over 50 conversations, you're gonna have a bunch of those. So just so you know what to do starting out. But yeah.
All right. I got one more question. I'm out of here.
That's as many as you want.
I appreciate that. The earnest money deposit. I was watching one of the videos with your dad where he was kind of explaining it. For any reason, should I be paying the earnest money deposit, or should the buyer always be paying that? And
You
then
need to pay it. Starting out to the title company, $100 to $300 at most.
Okay. And
Maybe
I'm paying that.
If you're crazy. You pay that to the title company, but you get the money back if with the inspection period. Okay.
Yeah.
You get it back if it's within the inspection period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. And then so like, I guess yeah. So I'm always going to be paying that, and then would I?
You get it
would
back
I send
the end.
Okay. And then would I send the contract to the title company before I have a buyer, or should I wait until I have a buyer lined up to send that
Send
to
it
a
to
title company?
title company as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. Okay.
Because
I
don't get the nitty gritty of it, but this is for a lot of people watching too. Let's say you put a property in a contract, it's a $50,000 deal. You send $100 earnest money, you give it to the title company. I try to screw you out of a deal and try to screw you. Guess what's going to happen? Hey, I get my earnest money right here on the 15th, and you send it on the 20th. I get the deal. It just protects you. So another common question: what do you do if someone tries to screw me out of a deal? If you have the earnest money, you're protected.
Okay. And then before I go, like, what is like your number one tip that you wish you had known when you first started?
Confidence.
Just off the top of your head.
Confidence.
Confidence. All right, for sure.
Confidence.
Cool.
Dude, it's everything.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. I appreciate it then. Thank you. And yeah, thanks for all the help and stuff that you
hop on next week. I want to see your progress. Don't stop.
Most definitely. Now that I know how to get in here, I'm definitely gonna be here regularly. So yeah.
All right, man. It's up to you.
All right. Sweet.
All right.
Thanks.
Business doesn't work. Hear me out.
Oh,
this business doesn't work unless you work.
Oh, I've been waking up. I wake up at 4 every morning, go to the gym, start dropping for dollars around like 7 to 10.
like it.
Like take like a little break, and then I just start calling for the rest of the day. So yeah,
All right.
I've been grinding.
Love it, man.
All right, sweet. Thanks.
What up?
Peace out.
Boom. I love it. Y'all don't have to get up at 4 a.m. to be successful in wholesaling, but every guru tells you that. But 4 a.m. doesn't hurt. I mean, Anna, what is up?
Hey, we're getting like broken down here in California. We're
Uh-oh.
getting upset because I can't find any deals. We've
Okay.
been pulling the lists, we've been calling, and the prices that people want here is like,
Yeah.
should we try virtual or should we stick to our Northern California area? Your
So Northern
personal
California
opinion.
is a very tough market. I would probably do 50-50. That'd be my best opinion.
Okay, so
I've always
try
said
virtual.
the only ways that really work in California, more or less, is like the valley, like the Valley, like Fresno, like everything's under 300, or really kind of like Inland Empire, more or less, and that's pushing it. That's really it.
Okay, so stop searching my area and go virtual.
50-50.
We've been doing it, and me and my husband, we're like, okay, this is not working. And
50% of your efforts in your local, and then 50% in virtual.
okay, quick question also. My husband found a house. It's in Michigan, and it's a firehouse. So the kitchen got burned down. I think it's like a 7-bedroom house. It's a huge house, but they want $70K for it. After repair value is $380, but the guy is realtor. I can't pronounce that word.
Okay.
So, but he told me they do not do assignments of contracts. My question: should we deal with realtors when there's like a price like that? I mean, he wants 70 for it. After repair is 380.
Does it be knocked down, the house?
Huh?
Is it like completely burned, like you need to rebuild?
No, just the kitchen. Like by
okay.
the photos, it's just the kitchen.
Is it listed?
No. He said it's gonna get listed pretty soon, but they didn't listed it yet.
I would probably skip that one. It's going to be on the market. If they sign, ask if they. So you're talking with the realtor or the seller?
Realtor. I spoke with the guy who. Huh? Oh, skip
I would
it.
honestly
Okay.
skip it. You can have a conversation, act like it's on market, and then basically offer 50,000, and he gets both sides of the commission. Michigan, wait. Let me look this up. Hold on.
Michigan Tree Oaks to be in particular.
Well, let me look at dual agency.
Not Tree Oaks.
Dual agency is illegal. Oh yeah, you can do dual agency. In freewholesaling.com, I have my on-market MLS wholesaling course. Do you see? Have you watched that one?
I've been watching these videos. I've been trying to do all of your lives, and it's so much information. Like the other guy said, it's like 100 miles an hour.
Just go through free wholesaling. What I could tell you is watch that one video. It's like an hour or two of like the whole MLS wholesaling course, and then that's what you have to offer.
The MLS one?
Yeah. So offer 75% off the listing, which is $70K, and which probably most likely be 50, and then give them 6% commission, and then double close it. That's the only way I could ever imagine it working.
Okay. Okay. Another question. Oh, well, I guess if you're saying doing 50-50, you would not do cold calls in California, would you?
No.
Like on your lives? No.
Nope.
Okay. Nope. not dealing with California.
If I was in California, I'd be cold calling Fresno and the Inland Empire. That's it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Zach.
Appreciate it. Have a great one,
All
Anna.
right.
Beautiful. All right. Then Rissa.
Hello, Zach. Can you hear me?
Hear you loud and clear. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing very good. You know what? I did go out and get these ear phones, and I was hoping that whenever I come on live that you would hear me much better. I just wanted to bring some good news to you, and I also want to let you know that I really like the other take that you and your father did the other day when you guys basically was talking about the market and how that we might need to make some changes and stuff like that in the market. I thought that was an awesome video. I mean,
Thank you.
it was so educational. I was like, hey, yeah, 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 because I had heard other people talking about it, and when you guys spoke about it, I was like, great. But I want, and it's kind of funny that you guys did that because I wanted, I haven't, not that I haven't been around. I just wanted to let you know that I've been doing some reconstruction as far as what I have done in the past, and I've been in um the back and actually the wholesaling now for like 4 months. And
Mhm.
and I am so big on the education part of it, and you were
Yeah.
like, Diane, you have to get out there and take some action. And it's like, okay. And I think when I got out there and I got my deal stolen from me, I was like, oh my God. You was like, you don't need to cry. It's okay. You're not the first and you won't be the last. But
Yeah.
I do wanna let you know that one of the things, like you said, it is so funny you always say this. When I say something, I'm not just saying it to be saying it. But one
It's
of the
true.
things one of the things that you said, you was like, and you have said this so many times before, and it's actually in the education part of it as well. When you talk about like doing things in steps, like one of the things that I've been doing is I'm building my cash buyers. And I want to say that it's to the point that we are talking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I love it because now I'm feeling confident. Like whenever I'm on a phone, because I know I got someone behind me, and I don't have to worry about like, like oh I got this deal, but I don't have the cash buyer lined up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that took that away. So I want to say in the last and I don't know why I don't know how this works. Like whenever I'm cold calling, like it only took three calls to get a cash buyer. Three
Oh yeah.
calls, and I was like, I'm off the phone already. What am I gonna do now? And I was sitting there saying, well, Di, you got two cash buyers, but I remember you saying this that you were saying, and here's the thing too. Let me go back just a little bit. These cash buyers pretty much let you know what they want.
Yep.
And I like that because it's like I know exactly what to go after. And here's another thing, and I'm going to have a question with this one. I am also working with a realtor, and I was like, oh my God, this may really work, because now I got the cash buyer, I got the realtor, so getting out there, I'm gonna feel really confident, in like what I'm doing because I got people behind me, like and we're all working together. So working with a realtor, and I'd rather hear it from you versus hearing it from like some of the other videos that are out there, like how like whenever you're working with a realtor, you got to make sure that what is it, an assignment of contract that they are willing to do assignment of contract. Is that correct?
They have to be willing to do it, but usually just send it. It's through the free wholesaling course. You just got to send it.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about that part of it.
Go through the course and it'll kind of break it down. It's free. Free
Okay, no,
wholesaling. It's all in there.
I got that part of it. No, but I'm saying, how you're saying, like when you say, like whenever you're working with different um real estate, like some of them don't have assignment of contract. Is that correct?
What do you mean by
Like,
realtors?
right, right. You know how some of
Some don't. Some will straight up refuse it. But when you're dealing with realtors, you got to go deal through 100 of them,
mhm.
and like 4 or 5 of them are going to be deals.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
numbers game.
Okay, okay, okay. So we're great on that one too. I'm glad to hear that. So, working with a realtor along with having my cash buyers behind me, because you said, it's nice that you go ahead and get them lined up. That way, you don't have to worry. Um, but the realtor part of it, you know how they get like 3% from, I think it's 3% from the seller pay 3% to the listing agent and also to the actual, what is it, the buyer's agent. Is that correct?
Yeah. You
Okay.
got you got to go with free wholesaling. It's all explained in there.
Okay, okay, okay. So I just wanted to basically kind of thank you for everything, and I'm in the wholesaling big time. So I just want to let you know that I have made some progress. I did have a let me tell you about the deal that did not go through. There was there was a seller that actually his house did not go through inspection. The problem that seller was having was with the storage. The seller wanted me to come out of my pocket and make the repairs and then at the very end, he wanted me to take it out of like whatever whatever my fee was. And I told him, I said, I can't do business like that
Yeah.
because, and I spoke with the borough of that particular department. They said, don't worry, he won't be able to sell the house because the act to actually fix that sword problem that he had, he's looking at anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000. So I did get a deal like that, and of course, I was not paying that type of money for I don't personally. Yeah, so that's
Perfect.
basically it. Thank you.
No worries. If you got any questions, let me know.
I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Next here we got Savannah. Right.
Hey, Zach, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, awesome. So I have been following you and your dad for like the last 2 months, and I have like 10 leads. I'm doing virtual wholesaling, and I'm finding myself like pulling back because of the after repair value. I'm kind of getting struggling with like if they say they have 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, but if I look on Realtor or Zillow, it'll show 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, and then just finding the comparables for those kind of properties. And then, I don't want to offer them too much and get into all that deal. And then, I don't know, for some reason, I'm worried about finding like a boots on the ground person to, check it out beforehand. Like, what are your opinions on that?
That's easy. So if you just want to verify 100% the info in a house, just go to the property appraiser.
Okay.
The
property
only way.
appraiser's website.
Only way.
For that
PropStream can
county?
be wrong. Yeah, Zillow can be wrong. Property appraiser is like 99% always right.
Okay.
Because PropStream and Zillow, they pull it from one place, the property appraiser, most of the time.
Yeah,
Or
I
the
have
tax bill.
I have PropStream, and then I noticed like there's a conflicting thing, and I'll get those. I fixed it in '99. It's been like that, or I bought it like that, and it'll show. And like, no, it's 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, but the property records show like 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
Because all of a seller tells me it's 1,500 square feet, but they include a patio, or they include like the garage in the square footage. Like stupid. Like that's why you just gotta look at the property appraiser. Now, boots on the ground's easy. There's 2 ways to do boots on the ground. Either you pay for it or you partner with somebody. And paying is a lot cheaper. So the amount of people that you pay $50 to take pictures of a house with an iPhone is very high. There's a lot of people wanting to do that. So that's really easy.
That and what do you recommend? Like just Facebook groups?
Jobs group on Facebook. So if you're doing Indiana, the Indiana, 4 jobs group. I need someone to take pictures of a property, $50. All I need is an iPhone.
Got it. Jobs on Facebook.
There's a lot of broke people with really nice phones. So
and then the property appraiser is usually for that county, right? Specifically?
Yes, it'd be for that county. They're called tax assessors. Like they're different names everywhere, but yeah.
Okay, I think that's the only thing that's like mentally in my head. I have everything else that table attorney. I know, and I just gotta get out of my head and make sure I just want to, make the right offer so I can land that cash buyer. So I can get. I don't want to waste that time of
You're overthinking
over offering.
Remember, you don't even know what a cash buyer is willing to pay unless you get under contract. I always just get usually the lowest the seller's willing to take, and then I bid out with the cash buyer. 90% of the time. I roughly know where I got to be at, but like I don't stress over it.
And for those discrepancies of like, there's a 4 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, but I'm going by I'm just gonna go by the tax assessor's info, correct?
Tax assessor's info, or you're telling me it's 5 bedrooms, Sally, because this happened before. Yes, I'm telling you right now. Okay, well, we're going to lock it up for this price or put it under contract. If my guy comes out and takes pictures and he finds 4 bedrooms, we're going to have a problem. No, he won't. Okay. That's it.
Okay, perfect. That was my only question.
Right. Appreciate it, Savannah. Let me know if you got any questions.
Thank you. Bye.
Fred. Hi. You're muted. I think your audio's not working. You're good. Don't stress out. We got you. All right. All right, it's not working. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kick you out. You come back in, and it should work. Usually always what helps. All right, so I'm going to kick him out. He's going to hop back in, and we're going to talk to him from there. All right, let's see some questions you got here. So we're going to ask, Zach, how do I do this call? Wholesaling House Referral Facebook group. It's on the top on the featured section, and that's usually always the way on there. Corby, the land course is under the modules for land at freewholesaling.com. So that is the way to do it. All right, is this better? Go to settings. There should be like a settings, and then go to audio, and then mic. See if that's working. Or you just go on your phone, and it'll usually work. All right, go on your phone. All right. I'm going to let him come on his phone. All right, go on your phones. Remember, guys, if you've got a JV deal, you want to send it, www.flipthrift.com/JV with me. Some of your JV deals, and we make a ton of money. Money's good. So those deals are really good and help selling the deals with a professional at wholesaling. So pretty nice. Pretty good. So let's see here. All right. And let me know, guys, got any other questions for it. Let's see. So let's see if he wants to hop back on. Let him hop on his phone. We'll talk to Darren real quick. Darren, what is up?
Hey, how's it going, Zach?
I'm blessed. How can I help you out?
Well, I have a potential deal lined up, and it was a fire damaged property, and he had to completely tear it down, remove everything. So now I'm looking at land. He told me that he's around 45 or 50 for the 1 acre lot, and I'm just trying to get confident with my numbers. I'm curious, like on common land, is it the same thing when you're doing like a single family home? You can't cross a major highway.
Dude, land's tough, bro. I usually just reverse wholesale all my land now.
And that was my next. Yeah, that was my next question. So how would I reach out to a cash buyer that I haven't built any rapport with yet? And how can I do that well, I mean, what I mean is, like, how can I do that without risking them taking the deal? Because I don't have any rapport built up.
Trust is the only way you're going to be able to do it, bro. Like, you don't have much options, right?
Right.
My best opinion would be to, if you really want, go off the property tax assessed value and try to be a little below that and just offer that, or like half of that or whatever, like something low, and see where the seller is and try to lock it up for the lowest you can. If you really if you don't have a trusted buyer.
Okay. I can do that. And then another quick question.
Yeah. Also look up land buyers in your, so what county is this in, or city?
It's Chattanooga.
Chattanooga. I would go in all the Chattanooga Facebook groups and find land buyers. There's plenty of them still there. Tennessee's actually got a lot of land buyers.
Okay.
It's kind of weird, but yeah.
Another quick question, and just so that I can feel confident with this as well. On the current contract that you guys have, the only thing that the seller would pay for is title insurance, right?
No, you pay title. They furnish title.
Okay.
They furnish a clean title, but buyer pays title.
Okay, so they don't pay for anything.
Nope.
Awesome. Okay, that's all I really needed to know. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Good, dude. You're in a good market.
Oh yeah, it's
You're going
tough.
after houses in Chattanooga, right?
Yeah. A lot of driving for dollars. Yeah.
Beautiful, man. You're in a great market, dude.
I've got a lot of leads lined up. Just a matter of calling back, like you guys say, the fortunes and the follow up. So
it's in, man. All right, you got this, man. Let me know if you got any questions. I'm always here to help. Wait, you're drawing for dollars?
Yeah.
Are you reverse drawing for dollars also?
Not yet.
Why are you?
Because I'm on a time crunch. I gotta watch 3 kids all day until my wife gets home, and she just got home like 30 minutes ago. So
all right, Darren, let me tell you this. You're saying you're not reverse drawing for dollars for time. What do you do with all those driving for dollars leads?
Cold call.
Skip tracing and calling them, right?
Yeah.
So would that extra 15 seconds to slap that sticky note on the house be faster than skip tracing and manually calling each one of those?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
So it's on time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll start doing that too then. I just thought that reverse driving for dollars, I should do that for the ones that I couldn't get hold of.
All of them.
Just go ahead and do it anyways as
All
I'm
of them.
doing it.
You save so much time by not calling. Are you manually skip tracing?
No, I'm using PropStream.
Okay. Well, if you pay for it, then maybe. Saves you on the cold calling. So I would test it out. I would do a day where I just do it and a day where I don't and just test it out. Reverse driving for dollars will be better though.
Okay. I'll give it a shot then.
All right, man.
All right. Thank you.
Don't say I didn't recommend it. All right.
Never.
All right. Have a great one, man.
You too.
All right. Roshan, reverse driving for dollars. It's at freewholesaling.com. Is when you put a sticky note on a property saying, hey, this is Zach. Give me a call. I have a quick question in the house. It's like doing direct mail on it. It works really, really well, guys and gals. Next here, we got Juan.
Hey, Zach. How's it going?
I'm blessed. How are you?
Pretty good. I had a couple questions.
Of course. What's up?
So, you can negotiate code violations, right?
Yes.
And where would I do that?
With code enforcement.
With code enforcement? All right.
Yes.
All right. And so, would I calculate repairs when I go see the property or before I go on the appointment?
A little bit of both would be the best answer. Like in a perfect world, it's when you go there, but you want to have some inkling of what the repairs are going to be before you go there, so you can kind of guesstimate what your MAO is going to be.
Okay, that makes sense. And then when I do reverse driving for dollars, should I write my Google Voice number?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Cause I'm in Chicago and I'm gonna go do that in Milwaukee, like an hour away from here.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah, that's all my questions. Thank you,
dude. You got it, man. Let me know if you got any help. You need any help with anything. All right. All right. Fred.
Zach, how you doing? Can you hear me?
You're working now.
I'm working. Zach, you wouldn't believe it, but I actually just had to take the link and type it in character for character because I couldn't get onto my Facebook, honestly, on my phone. But I'm so pleased to be on the line
right.
here. How
Awesome.
you doing, all right?
I'm blessed, dude.
Right,
How can I help you out?
So, Zach, very quickly, all right? I know that you're very busy. So, very quickly, been on the phone for the last week. Heard your dad say something. He said, fall forward. That's exactly what I've been trying to do. Just jumping on the phone to the for sale by owner, old listings. Just wanted to find out. I've got two potential contracts. First question is, there is a property. It's not in great shape, but it comes as a package deal with 3 lots of land. I just wanted to know very briefly, in your opinion, when you start to have, those additions to it, does it make it more complicated or does it make it more attractive?
Are they all next to each other?
They are the first 2 with the house. So the house, the property, and 2 lots together, one space in the middle, and then the third.
Is it all under one deed or are they have separate deeds?
I believe it's separate deeds.
Okay. When it's separate deeds on like a bigger house, I do one deal at a time.
Okay. All right. So if I mean, I don't know if that's the deciding factor. They wouldn't want to release it on their own. I know that they definitely want to at least sell the first 2 together, so the property and the one next to it.
If you do it all together, you can. It just depends because you said how many? Is it 2 houses or 1 house is on the 3?
One house and the 2 lots are together where one house is. Then there's a space in the middle, like a pie shape, and then the next.
Yeah, I like just doing the house. That's my opinion. That's where the money's really at between you and me.
Yeah.
I would prefer doing the house because your cash buyers either probably going to flip it or rent it out, and you can't really much rent if it's got extra land. Like that's cool, but like it doesn't make it any better, right? And then for flipping it, like you're not flipping. The money's in the flip, and the land you're not flipping. So I would try just do the house. You can do all together, but they're going to want more value for it. So that's the way I look at it.
All right. The next thing is the other contract that I've got. I haven't. Well, I say I've got. I'm confident that I can get it under contract for what seems to me someone who's very inexperienced, a good price. But again, that inexperience could be my downfall. it's I don't want to say too much about it, but it's in New York. I don't know if that's going to be a problem. I know so my knowledge is so limited in this area, Zach. So please forgive me, but I'm trying to absorb as much as I can, hour by hour. But it's in New York. It's listed for, let's say, 150, and I've been able to negotiate a price about 75. I mean, I'm just like I said, I'm just trying to fall forward, get in conversations, enjoy myself, and really, establish, what it's all about. But look, I haven't got it under contract. I'm finding it hard to find out truly what it's worth. I think there's money in the deal, but I could be completely wrong. I want a JV with you. I want to, I don't want to find a buyer on my first, however many deals it is. I want a JV with you. Ultimately, I can definitely get deals. And these are what I've been, waiting this week to present, at least my efforts now.
So you're going to have to, so where you live right now?
In London.
Okay. You're doing this in London. That's real virtual. Awesome.
Sure.
So New York is an attorney state. I don't want to get too confusing, but you're going to have to actually have like this isn't like regular wholesaling. New York's like one of the weirdest states. You have to actually have an attorney write a contract, give it to the other person's attorney, and then they sign it, more or less. It sucks, but I would JV with somebody in New York to make it a lot easier. It's going to cost some money to do some virtual. It's pretty expensive in New York to do that. So I'm not the biggest fan of it. If you think there's money, you can. I would probably JV with somebody in New York or try to JV with us. I got to talk because we kind of like it when the property's already under contract, but you're going to need an attorney to actually lock that deal up.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Would you be open, I mean, to JV on that deal? I know I watched the video yesterday and it said that if, it was a minor that had got, a place ultimately locked up, but not in contract, you would sign it for them because there may be complications being where I am. I mean, I'm completely open-minded. I just want to learn the ropes, Zach, and I watch you and your dad as much as I can. And I just,
if you can get them committed on a good price, send it and put a note on there that this deal needs to be locked up. It's in New York. I'll talk to my attorney
excellent
tonight or tomorrow, and then we can give you an answer.
Okay. All right. That sounds good enough to me. To me. And I appreciate all your efforts, man.
Of course,
really
man.
do.
I just got to make sure it's all legal for me. But if it's all legal, I'll be fine by it.
Absolutely. Do you think I'll have any issues virtually wholesaling from London?
No, I virtually wholesale from Florida. There's people in Trinidad and Tobago making tons of money wholesaling.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I've heard you say, and I thought, well, I'm here and you just inspired me, mate. Just your energy, and I just thought I'm going to get on this phone. And I wasn't even really considering. I got the 5 virtual markets you said the other day. You said Pensacola, and you said in Texas, and I think it was Beaumont. And I just rang through all those lists, just built up some leads. I've got some other ones that, I just don't know what I'm talking about. So I just need a bit of guidance, really. But I can definitely get into people. I love to talk on the phone. I love to build relationships. I want to help as many people as I can. I just really need to be put on the right track, Zach, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, there's so many people. Like, I mean, it'd be harder for you to relate with wholesalers because I know some other in like Europe that are doing really well, in like Serbia and stuff. There's some Irish lads I know, South Africa, they're wholesaling fine. People in Nigeria, like it's a global, man. It's working everywhere. So yeah, you're fine.
Excellent. All right, I look forward to it. I'll send you some details, Zach. Where should I send it? On Facebook or the JV link?
It's the JV thing. Put it in the notes though that it needs to be locked up and it's in New York. But yeah, I'll go talk to my lawyer and we can see what we can do on it.
Just so you know that they've agreed a price of like 75,900. That's the husband. He said that he can make a decision on behalf of them, and that's a price he could commit to. I said, look, it's nothing, it's not nothing in concrete. This is just a conversation. But I do believe there is a bit more scope to maybe get it a few grand down. I know it's not about a few grand, but just so you know as well. So, but I'll put it all in the notes, and I appreciate your time.
My comping team is going to get it, and they're going to comp it. Say you spoke to me, okay? On it, and then put all the notes in it, and then it'll be fine. They'll go talk to me. This Fred guy said he spoke to you. What's up with it? And then I'll go tell him. Okay.
You're a gentleman. Thank you very much. I won't
get it, but like they'll go contact me. All right.
Excellent stuff, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate it, Fred.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Yeah, go do that, guys. I'll get asked in like Slack or something like, oh, this guy said he talked to Zach. Doesn't give everyone permission to say he talked to me about every single deal. And then I got to like look at all of them myself. But yeah, send the deals over. www.flipbook.com/JV with me. The link should be in freewholesaling.com by tonight. So yeah. All right, guys, we got Darius.
Yo, Flip, Rick,
What's up?
Zach, what's happening, man?
I'm good.
So I got 3 questions. So for the life of me, like,
I got 3 answers.
Thank you. I know you do. So on these probates, I'm having a hard time like finding the beneficiaries. So like if it's not inside of the will, like when you read out the whole will, it doesn't say like the beneficiary's number. You know how the address, I can't skip trace the address. So I have 0 clue as to how to reach, the beneficiary or the heir.
Do you
So
have
that's
what county?
I'm in Dallas.
Dallas. Okay. And so the personal representative and the heirs information isn't on there.
No.
No, it's not on there. Okay. So is this public records or are you going in person?
It's public record.
Okay.
It's all available on the website.
Are you doing it virtually?
No, I'm here in Dallas.
Okay. I would honestly tell you should go to the clerk of the court and just ask them. There's either 2 reasons. Either you're not finding it and something stupid that like, oh, click this button. They know. Okay.
Okay.
And just ask them politely, be nice and sweet. And they could probably point it out. This has happened. I can't find something online and I've had experience and I call them. They're like, oh, I'm like, okay. Cause I'm not used to the system. That's the first thing you should do. Second thing, we have emergency solutions, right? Number 1, we can go through the public dockets.
Wait a minute. You said public dockets.
No, you need to write down the first thing. Go to the clerk of the court and ask.
No, I'm gonna remember that. But now
that's number 1. Number 2, you can go to the public dockets and look at the probates there, because that will definitely have it on there.
So where is that at? Where's the public?
Is it Dallas County?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dallas County dockets. Wait. Probate court, Dallas County. Oh my gosh, you got 3 probate courts. Okay. The probate court. All right. So, do you have? You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So I just looked this up. This is probate court number 1. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So do you see? You know this website, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I went to courts and I searched. The probate court. So there's probate court 1, 2, and 3, which makes no sense to me, but whatever. Okay. So we got Brenda Thomas out here. Cool. So you can join the live stream. We can watch some real stuff, which is just great. But right here it says docket information. You see that?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to click docket information. And then these are the daily docket of probates. So let's go. Hold on. Let's make this bigger. Hold on. And so we got, holy moly. I forgot how big Dallas is. These are a lot of probates, man. So this is it. Probate court daily docket. So we can see here, it's like Robert T. Allen. You're going to have to look up the case number and then search the case number and then see if the PR pops up. So I'm going to copy this link here and then go. I'm going to have to go to the public records, right?
Yeah. I think services.
Services.
And then online record search. It's on that second row all the way at the bottom. Yeah, right there. And then civil records. Yeah, right. Yeah, that one.
All right, hold on. I'm popping it up.
Oh.
Search hearings. Where is it? Search types. No, hold on. Let me go back. Smart search. Enter a record number. All right. I'm popping it up. Okay. This is a motor vehicle accident. Let's see here. No, this ain't it. Is there a probate on this?
It's yeah. See, I'll be dealing with this all the time. It's like some of them is probates and then
Yeah,
some of them is
probate.
Yeah, not all of them are.
Yeah, you gotta go in person and ask. Let's go to probate court. Let's try this one more time. We're gonna do courtroom. Oh God. There's P for probate. So we gotta go through all these, which kind of stinks, but we can do it by location, so it's fine. This is painful, but whatever. So we got none there, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna do we're gonna figure this out. Which one of these courts are the? You got to figure out which court is the. Which one of these are the probate court?
I mean, I'm lost now. I ain't been on this one where you at right now before.
It's one of these. I'm trying to figure it out. You're gonna have to go through each one of these stupid little things.
Yeah.
Oh no. You're gonna figure it out, and then this should pop everything up. So I'm gonna test another one out. Auxiliary courtroom, probably not, right? No. Holy moly. So one of these are going to pop up. So you got to go through all these little tiny stupid courtrooms.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to do a virtual hearing and see if this does anything. Probably not. I'm just going to get an example. Zoom. All right, just hold on. Is it misdemeanor? Oh, probate court 3. That might work, right? No. You're going to have to go in person and see her just test this out.
Okay.
I do it by judicial officer. I'll do this too. Last one. So something's up with this. You just got to look at all of them. Yeah. So I would, honestly, I would just ask in person. Okay. That'd be my best thing. Like, all right, let me show you the website though.
Yeah.
I put it in the private chat for you. So sometimes just play around. I don't have an hour. I would personally go through every single one and just test it out until one pops and then I figure it out. But like, all right, so like I'm showing you this. Like you see this? I would go ask in person, like, hey, who's the judicial officer for the probates in this county? Which one of these?
Okay.
Oh, it's Janice. Okay, and then I search Janice and her things will pop up. That's it.
So basically, when you can't find the heir or the beneficiary like information,
it'll be on there. It'll definitely be on there.
You saying go in person and ask them about that person?
Yeah.
Okay.
That website I just sent you should work because it popped up all the info. It even showed me who the process server was on that. So it'll work.
Okay, bet. Yeah, I appreciate that. So my second question is I love the driving for dollars. That's all I used to do. But what I'm starting to find out is with driving for dollars, like the best driving for dollar houses, the ones that you know that they're going to sell, like the worst houses on the block, you can tell like it's completely like abandoned and nobody's been there for a minute. I'm having the hardest time trying to find them. Like even though when I go and skip trace that house, I can't, like I'm not getting no answers like from those phone numbers. So I'm trying to figure out, is there another way to go and find the person that owns that house? I even went as far as to find do like a background search. I'm still, that's still kind of not, working all the way. So I just kind of want to know, like, if you had any advice, as it pertains to that.
So, like, what have you done personally to find the number?
I skip trace it. I get 3 numbers from those skip traces, and then that's number 1. Then number 2, I've did like a background search on the like white pages, and I will skip when I skip trace, but I do a search on the property. I do a white pages on the address, and the number they'll give me, it still won't work. You know
I
what I'm
would
saying?
I would email them on truepeoplesearch.com, which get their email, and then I would uh no, okay, I'll email them, and then also I would message them on Facebook.
Okay. Email on True People Search.
Yep. And then email contact them on Facebook.
All right, bro, you tired, man?
No.
Okay, dude, you seem like you was a little tired. My bad, Zach. I'm just I'm just checking, like your eyes heavy.
No, I was looking at the comments on here.
Okay, but no,
I'm looking at a TV screen behind me.
Okay, I appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate it, and I love your hustle, man. Even as a young guy, like your hustle is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely love it. Screw all the gurus, and thank you and all the love, man.
All right, appreciate it, Darius.
All right.
All right, Alex, what is up?
Yo, what's up, Zach? How you doing, bro?
I'm blessed, man. How can I help you out?
So I had a meeting today with a seller. It was for sale by owner, and I'm in the New York market, and I live in Queens, but it was upstate, and it was listed on Zillow for 79,000, and I met with him at the property, and I checked everything out. I was taking pictures and everything. And then I asked him at the end, like, how much you want for it? And then he said 60. So I was like completely shocked because it was listed for 79. So then I said, can you do 55? And then he said, let me just talk to my wife and everything. And he said he would call me later. So, I'm just kind of waiting on him to call me. I tried conditioning him when I was on the phone before I even met up with him, but he wasn't really going for that. So, but yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted to tell you that.
I appreciate it. I mean, you gotta wait, right? You're at the waiting game now. Unfortunately, you didn't condition him, so you gotta wait.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought it was cool because it was listed for 79, and then I thought he was gonna start. He was gonna start at that, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm just trying to get rid of it, so I'll take it for 60." So then I said, "Could you do 55?" And he said, "Yeah." He basically said he probably could. He just had to talk to his wife. So
yeah. I mean, honestly, you gotta wait because you didn't. Yeah, I'd probably just wait.
But
Unfortunately, I don't even like. What are you gonna do? Are you at 60 right now, though?
Well, I said 55, and he said, we could probably do 55. He just had to talk to his wife, so he said he was going to call me. But
when?
He said he was going to call me by the end of today because he just had to do like some work on some other properties or whatever. But
give him a call after this talk, man.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna give him a call. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's also in New York, so I'm learning all like the New York laws with the attorneys.
Is that
and everything.
upstate?
Yeah, it's upstate.
I'm just guessing for the price.
Yeah.
That's good, though. That's good.
Yeah, it was what happened?
That works, man.
Yeah, but I was also talking to some lawyers earlier, and so I was just talking to them, and I told them if I get the deal, I would call them because I know in New York you need the lawyers and stuff. So
all right.
So also, how does it work with does the buy? Because I know in New York you have to. The contract says you need like a 10% earnest money deposit. But when I was talking to the lawyer, he said it was negotiable. So you think maybe they'd probably be cool if I like said I'll put down like 1,000 because I don't think I could put down 10% of like 60,000.
It depends on the lawyer, man. Every lawyer is different, so I can't tell you what a lawyer is going to say or not going to say.
Yeah, nah, I understand, but what was I going to say? Are most deals like hard in New York just because of like they want like a big earnest money deposit or?
No, I mean you got 2 lawyers, so if you find a good one, then sure. It's a little more difficult, obviously, because you have lawyers involved, but you gotta get over
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'll definitely give the guy a call.
All right, I appreciate it, man. Call him
All
right
right,
now.
thanks, Zach. I will. All right, appreciate all
Appreciate
your
it.
help, man. Thanks,
Good
bro.
luck, man. Let me know what happens.
I got you, bro. Thanks.
All right. All right, guys. So that's it. That's my virtual acquisitions sales system today. So, guys, if you got any value from this video, do me a big favor and smash the like button and subscribe. And see you guys soon. Have a blessed one. Thanks.